Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Actually, these videos are really good for me to improve my English. I just realized that. Today's video is going to be how much should you practice violin? Does it even matter? Well, I think this is a very good topic to talk about because as you know, the most precious thing in the world is our time. As professional musicians, we spend a lot of time in our practice rooms. And as you know, the time is the most important thing and most valuable thing, of course. But before we go more into this topic, don't forget to subscribe my channel and like this video. I hope you guys enjoy my music videos too. I got many great comments on my last video where I played Piazzolla. Let me know if you want me to play more Piazzolla or any other piece. So well, practicing our instrument takes a lot of time. I believe as a professional musicians, we spend probably minimum 2 or 3 hours with our instruments. Personally, I was practicing much more when I was younger. As I grow up, I start to practice less each year, or it depends on my schedule. For example, if I have an audition coming up or a competition or a recording, of course I practice much more. If I'm learning a new piece, usually I focus quite a lot on that new repertoire, but it's definitely not like my high school times. So I realized every year I feel like I'm having less time to practice, which is probably normal for everyone because I start to have other responsibilities like, you know, money, business, school, recordings, relationships, all of these things you start to think. Of course, you don't feel like you have much time to practice your instrument. So this is one of the problems I see very often with musicians. It is the balance between work and life. Although I believe music is actually a lifestyle, it's not like a work or business. Firstly, we should always focus on why do we practice? Why do you give so much time and work into your craft? Usually the patterns are same. People usually practice when they are students and after graduation they stop practicing or they are not very improving anymore. Of course it depends on each person. Like if you win an orchestra audition, probably you will spend most of your time in orchestra and you will not have so much time for your solo stuff. Or if you became a teacher, maybe it's much more difficult to arrange the time for yourself because you have to spend lots of time at school with your students and all other academic stuff. So that's why it's very important to understand why do you practice your instrument. Is it to earn money or to get success? Whenever I ask people if they would like to have a successful career, most of the time they say yes. It's of course not shocking at all. And most of the musicians believe that success comes in practice room. If you spend so much time in practice room and practice your instrument hours and hours. Unfortunately, I disagree with this because there are so many examples of success these days and there are so many ways to be a successful musician. So let's talk about multiple ways of success. These days I start to see lots of musicians in TikTok or Instagram or any social media platforms compared to classical trained musicians. They play much worse. If they tried, they couldn't even win any audition, I believe. But then you see the results they get. They have thousands of followers or millions of followers. They earn money from their music. Do they spend lots of time in practice room? I really don't think so. It's all about marketing yourself. I have to say it really clearly. It's not anymore 20th century. It's not about making a Rachmaninoff or Mozart recording perfectly and then try to sell it to audience. Audience will choose who they want to listen. Marketing, fast production, and the quality. Usually bringing these three together is almost impossible. Except me, of course, my recordings are great, I know, but I'm kidding. So we are classical musicians, we deal with so much stress, too many hours of practice, so many pages of music, so many repertoire we practice. And then there is one TikToker or YouTuber or whatever who is not trained well and obviously not good player at all. He got much more attention, he earns much more. From here I call all the music schools. Why don't you teach us how to make money from your music? You don't have to win competitions to get success or you don't have to be a YouTuber to be successful. Like I said, there are so many ways of being successful. And I think success means different things for every person. For someone, being able to enter one specific school could be a very successful thing, but for other person, it means maybe nothing. As musicians, we have to make a good living by making music. Compared to other industries, music industry don't pay a lot. Most of other industries, you work 1 hour and you get this money. But in music, there is no specific number, which is good and which is bad at the same time. Probably we have much more freedom and creativity compared to other jobs. But how about the other side of the coin, where we have to suffer a lot because we cannot make money, or there is no audience who's listening to you, or there is no audience at all? So now you can ask me, what is the solution for this? The solution is very simple. You have to understand why you practice. Because this video is about, do you really need to practice a lot? And the answer is, you should know what you should focus during your practice. I believe most of music school graduates, they don't really need to focus on their practicing. They need to focus on practicing on the stage or marketing, being productive. The most importantly, the invention. One of my favorite violinists, Nathan Milstein, said, if a violinist don't know what invention means, then he should stop violin playing. I love that quote so much, because that's the number one thing they don't teach you in music schools. I mean, they teach in a way, but I don't think it's clear at all. Because when you look the ratings, like some years ago, 80% of music school graduates in Austria, for example, they couldn't find a job. This is really terrible. So like I said, the main thing is to understand why you are practicing and what you should be focusing on. You need to have an emotional compelling reason to achieve your goal. You should be waking up early and sleep late because you are very excited on your work. If you are not feeling that way on the things you do, then you will never get to the point where you feel very good about your success or your career. That's also actually my main concern. I'm always trying to find the things I enjoy to do. And there's very simple technique you can do on that. Just ask the question always why. For example, you are practicing something and ask why you practice. Or you want something and you ask yourself why you want it. This is very important part in order to get where you want to be in your life. Of course, we can talk about this much more, like going out of your comfort zone, or whenever you feel scared, you shouldn't run away, but you should just fight with it. And also taking consistent steps forward your goals. These are the other detailed things, but maybe we can talk about these details in another video. I actually have other videos in my channel. You can go and watch them. I talk lots of things like facing your fears, how to get success. 2 weeks ago, I did a video about practicing efficiently. So you can go and check all those videos. Well, that's it for today's video, but I would be really happy if you want me to talk about a specific topic, or if you want me to play a specific music, let me know in comments, or you can message me on my Instagram. And don't forget to check my Spotify. I have 3 singles there now, and I'm gonna share more singles. They are coming soon. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.